Good morning and welcome. I invite each of you to stand if you're able to join in the national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome. My name is Julie Byerly, and I have the honor of serving as the president of Geisinger College of Health Sciences. And it is my great pleasure to welcome each and every one of you here today to this joyous commencement of our 2026 Masters in Biomedical Sciences graduates. I invite each of you here today, faculty and staff, students, and loved ones, to settle into this moment. I love graduations, and what I love most about graduations is an opportunity to reflect on the journey that got us to this point. So I invite you to settle in with a deep breath and think for a moment to a time that you did not realize that this day would occur. And then I invite you to see your journey or the journey of your loved ones. I hope that you reflect with pride on the tenacity that you have demonstrated and all you have accomplished and all that your loved ones have supported you through to get you here today. On behalf of our faculty and staff over here and up on the stage, I want to say to our students, we are so proud of you. We are proud of your hard work, your dedicated study, and your focus. You have pushed yourselves, you have learned, and you have grown. Our MBS program is inspirational to me because it is such a rigorous investment, not just, of course, of tuition, which we respect, but especially of your time, your effort, your attention, lots of your attention, I know, and also the attention of our faculty, staff, and peer students that have helped you. I want to take a moment to thank our faculty and staff for their good works that have propelled you to this point. Thank you. And students, I invite you to join us in taking a moment to thank your families and loved ones who have helped to propel you through this difficult journey as well. Thank you, families. Most people who undertake this difficult program are doing so along their journey as another step in their education. It's an extra step to do even more, to be even more prepared, to demonstrate even more commitment, to gain even more experience. And it demanded even more from you. We hope that we gave you even more. We hope the experience that you have had over the last year has welcomed you into our family at Geisinger College of Health Sciences, and that you will continue to learn and grow with us forevermore. I know that you have been well prepared. everyone receiving a diploma today has the benefits of our uniquely Geisinger education, one reflected in our MBS program by our emphasis on professional identity formation in addition to basic science rigor. We emphasize how to fundamentally understand and connect with people, gaining insights about your own strengths, skills, and opportunities. We have exposed you to the science, and you have come to this program committed to service. A blend of science and service makes for an incredibly stimulating and satisfying career. And there are a lot of ways to blend science and service. Some of you will pursue clinical careers where your service in compassionate communication and hands-on attention to humans will be your focus, bolstered by the strength of your science foundation. Some of you will pursue scientific careers where discovery will be the focus of your work, all with an eye to improving the lives of others. That is service. And some of you will find sweet spots balancing science and service as educators or communicators or even more. My hope is that you will let this diploma usher you into an authentic reality of a life of science and service. I bring to you best wishes for the joy, fascination, and meaning that such a career can deliver. So now it is my great pleasure to welcome to the stage Dr. Jennifer Boardman, Associate Dean of Graduate Education, and she will congratulate you and introduce our subsequent speakers. Dr. Boardman.
Good morning. This is one of my favorite days of the year, a little bittersweet, because it means that we won't be seeing each other as regularly as we have been, but I know you're all going off to amazing journeys ahead. But my first order of business today is to introduce to the stage Amaya Bravo, the Graduate Student Council President for the 25-26 academic year, for her to share some thoughts with you about her year with all of you. Amaya.
Oh, it's nerve-wracking. Okay. Good morning, friends, family, and of course, the class of 2026. First, I would just like to say thank you to everyone here today for celebrating this moment with us. Your support, encouragement, your patience, and your belief in us helped to make this day possible, and it means more than I think any of us can fully put into words. When I first started thinking about what I wanted to say today, I kept coming back to one question. How do you summarize a year that changed you? Many of us entered this program carrying enormous goals and equally enormous pressure. We came here wanting to prove something to admissions committees, to our families, to our peers, and even to ourselves. This year was filled with long nights, difficult exams, self-doubt, growth, and moments that reminded us exactly why we chose this path in the first place. But somewhere between the lectures, the presentations, the overly competitive games of ping pong and spike ball, the caffeine-fueled study sessions, the GroupMe messages, the Zoom calls, the late-night check-ins across different time zones, and the moments where we questioned whether we were capable enough to keep going, something else happened too. We celebrated each other's success. We shared study guides, encouragement, advice, and reassurance. We sat beside each other during stressful moments and reminded one another that struggling did not mean failing. And even when some of us experienced this program through screens, that support still found its way to each other. We learned that resilience does not always look impressive or dramatic. And I'm sure we all learned that graduate school has a way of humbling you very quickly. Still, some of the most important parts of this experience had nothing to do with exams or resumes, but with the friendships formed, the lessons learned outside the classroom, and the growth that can't really be measured by grades or judged by VMOC. Like the collective experience of ending up in Dr. Boardman's office at some point, convinced your life was falling apart, but always leaving feeling a little bit more capable than when you walked in. Or finding increasingly creative and probably unnecessary reasons to sit in Elena's office, for what I can assume felt like too long on her end, but very necessary on ours, especially on mine. Or spending enough time asking Dr. Shanauer questions in his lab that he probably saw us coming before we even came there. And for our online classmates, that experience may have looked a little different. Late night emails, virtual office hours, discussion boards, and friendships built through screens instead of hallways. But all of us going through the same year, just in different ways. Because the truth is, the people sitting beside you today, and those who joined us from further away, are future physicians, researchers, scientists, and healthcare leaders. But before any of those titles, they are people with compassion, determination, and the ability to keep going even when things feel uncertain. As Graduate Student Council president, what stood out most to me this year wasn't that everything was perfectly smooth, but that somehow we all kept going anyway. Through all of it, this program reminded us that success does not have to follow a perfect timeline. Some people know exactly what comes next, and some people are still figuring it out. Both are okay. There is strength in allowing yourself the time to grow into the person you were becoming. And if there's one thing that made that possible, it was the people who supported us along the way. So to our professors, our mentors, and faculty, thank you for everything you poured into this program and into us. Your support, encouragement, mentorship, patience, and the opportunities you gave us shaped far more than our academics. They shaped who we are becoming. You challenged us, you supported us, and you believed in us, even in the moments when we struggled to believe in ourselves. And in doing so, you did more than teach us. You invested in us. And that is something we will carry with us long after today. This year reminded us that the people we hope to be in medicine and in life is rarely a perfect or linear process, and what we carry forward from it will shape what comes next. So here's to the future of medicine, science, and healthcare, and to all of you who will define it. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Amaya. You are an inspiration. Now, it is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Molly Kropp-Lopez, a member of Geisinger School of Medicine's MD class of 2023, and also our School of Graduate Education MBS class of 2019. Dr. Lopez is now a fourth-year surgical resident here at Geisinger. During her time as a Geisinger student, she was outstanding in academics, research, and service. Little known fact, if any of you participated in the Biomedical Research Club alongside Dr. Piper, you got Molly to thank for that. So with that, let me welcome Dr. Lopez to the stage.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I have to say it's such an honor to be here. It's truly surreal because only 7 years ago I was sitting exactly where you guys were, probably just as nervous, just as sleep deprived, so I can understand that. I did want to start with a story, my story, because if you're anything like I was, you might be looking at this moment and wondering what comes next and whether you're really ready for it. So 7 years ago, I packed up everything I owned in my car with my husband and two 90-pound dogs and drove 1,700 miles away from Colorado to Pennsylvania, to a place I've never visited, to a program I only read about online, to chase a dream that had already told me not yet. I didn't get into medical school the first time that I applied, and I'm sure that resonates with some of you. But instead of giving up, I moved across the country, sight unseen, hoping this program would give me that second chance. Looking back, it was either the bravest thing that I've done or the most questionable. But I had a sense of adventure and looking to conquer the unknown. When I arrived here in a new state, in a new program, surrounded by people I didn't know, I told myself, okay, this is it. This is the time to figure out who I'm going to be. I remember sitting in the library, upstairs, after a physiology exam, convinced I had made a mistake, that I wasn't smart enough, that everyone was moving faster than I was. You know that feeling when you walk out of an exam and everybody's talking about question 14 and you're like, oh my God, there was a question 14? That was me. That sense of unease did not just evaporate, but remained that little voice in the back of my head. But that moment became a turning point, because instead of quitting, I learned how to study smarter, ask for help, and trust the process. I didn't know if I would make it into medical school. I didn't know if I belonged in medicine at all. But what I did know was that this program gave me what I desperately needed. It gave me a place to try, to fail, to learn, and then try again. And honestly, that's the secret. Not perfection, not knowing everything, just the willingness to show up even when you feel like you can't. I want to take a moment and recognize a mentor who shaped my life in ways I'm still discovering, Dr. Brian Piper, a professor from this program. Many of you had the privilege of sitting in his pharmacoepidemiology lectures, which, let's be honest, nobody could confidently pronounce that word the first time you heard it. And many of you worked with him on some of his research projects. But from the beginning, I found myself drawn to his energy, his curiosity, the way he even made the most complex topics feel exciting. Under his mentorship, I thrived. He pushed me to publish research, take on speaking engagements, to step into spaces I didn't yet feel brave enough to enter. He saw potential in me long before I saw it in myself. I fully credit him with helping me become the doctor and the surgeon that I am today. If you have a mentor who changed your life, someone who nudged you forward, believed in you, or simply made you feel capable on a day that you didn't, take a moment to thank them, even silently. Their fingerprints are on your success today. And that's really at what the heart of this program gave me. The MBS program didn't just teach me biochemistry or physiology, it taught me how to think, how to ask better questions, how to sit with uncertainty, and how to get back up when things didn't go my way. It taught me that resilience isn't loud, it's quiet. It's built in late night study sessions and group chats full of panic and memes, in moments when you choose to try again, even when you're tired. Those lessons carried me through medical school, through my general surgery residency so far, and into the physician I am today. So when I look at all of you today, I don't just see graduates. I see people who have already done something extraordinary. You chose a path that demands resilience. You chose a field that requires both intellect and empathy. You chose to keep going even when the world made it hard. Let's be honest, the world did make it hard. You completed this program during a time when biomedical science is evolving faster than ever and healthcare is changing daily, and when uncertainty is practically a prerequisite to be here. But you did it anyway. Take a second and look around you. These are the people who studied with you, stressed with you, celebrated with you. These are the people who will one day be your colleagues, your collaborators, and your lifelines. Some of them you're going to text at residency and 2 in the morning. Some of them will become your lifelong friends. One of them I even work with a regular basis now when we graduated. And some of them will remind you who you are when you forget. So hold on to them. Hold on to this. Now take a second and look behind you. Take a look at your families, your partners, your friends, the people who showed up for ways for you for big and small, the ones who listened to you vent, who sent you encouragement, and who pretended to understand those physiology rants. They carried you through this program just as much as any of your textbooks did, and your study groups did. Their support is woven into every step that brought you exactly to this moment. Give them a hug to thank them too. As you move forward, remember this. Moments like this that feel like setbacks often become moments that define you. The questions that you're scared to ask are the ones that change your trajectory. And people sitting around you today will be the colleagues you lean on tomorrow. You are ready, not because you know everything, none of us do, but because you know how to learn, how to adapt, and how to care. And now, standing here all these years later as a physician, I can tell you this moment matters more than you think. The student I was back then would be proud of the physician I became, and the student you are today will be proud of the professional you're becoming. Don't give up. You've already achieved so much. Your future self will thank you for it. Congratulations, class of 2026. Go do the work that only you're meant to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lopez. Don't have it. So now it is my distinct honor to present the graduates. Dr. Byerly, I have the privilege of presenting the recipients of the degree, Master of Biomedical Sciences. These individuals have satisfied the requirements established by the faculty, have been recommended by the faculty, and approved by the Board of Directors.
as president of Geisinger College of Health Sciences, upon recommendation of the faculty and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree Master of Biomedical Sciences, granting all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Before we begin calling our graduates' names, I want to offer my most sincere and heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2026. Our faculty and staff join me in saying, well done. Your achievements are amazing, and every student receiving their diploma today is more than deserving. Please note that the students who are wearing a blue stole, this signifies their achievement as a first-generation to college student. Finally, each graduate will receive an alumni pin after they accept their diploma. In addition, many individuals have impacted your journey and helped you to reach this stage. As a token of your gratitude, the second pin, so you get two, will be presented so that you may gift it to one of these mentors and friends. Dr. Kropp-Lopez will hand those out as you exit the stage. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Greg Shanauer to the stage.
Okay, folks, I'm going to read off your names now. Dr. Wengert will be hooding you, and we'll get this underway here in just a second, and Dr. Byerly will be giving you your diploma. I'm going to start from this side, and I'll work my way down, okay? Which way?
Just read the name.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, Jane Lipset.
No,
What?
in alphabetical order.
Oh, you wanted an alphabetical. I was just going to go by the
No.
students, how they're lined up.
Alphabetical.
All right, great.
I don't want to give them the wrong result, Dr. Shannon.
Okay, all right. Okay, Nana Ya Asante. Joshua Bosom. Okay, congratulations. Amaya Bravo. Alejandra Castillo Garcia. Leah Chesick. Tanya DeMello. Meja Jean-Pierre. Harleen Carr. Jane Lipset. Leah Lonzo. Raisa Mathenge. Taylor Maza. Kayla McMenamin. Alina Nadir. Peace Tukaku. Jesse Ott. Casey Reed. Joanna Renee. Jonathan Shee. Tiara Taylor Wilson. Van Hoek. Aditi Verma.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. Let's celebrate with a round of applause. Now, to conclude our ceremony, we will all stand together and sing our alma mater. The words to that are found on the back of your program. And we will be, after singing, we will recess in the reverse order that we came in. The stage party will lead the recession, followed by the faculty, and then the graduates. And graduates, we ask that you please recess directly to the PNC Plaza for a class photo to celebrate the day. Then we look forward to meeting all the family and loved ones and celebrating the day together. So now, our alma mater.
Thank you.